Hi guys, what's up? My name is Aayush Ailawadi. You're watching your favorite technology show, Tech360, where we cover the latest and greatest from the world of tech, AI, and auto, of course. Now, the biggest news, actually last in, first out, the last couple of days that we've received, has been that there is a new browser in town, and it's AI-powered. There's a backstory, there's so much to explain. Let's get the show started. OpenAI's new browser, Atlas, brings ChatGPT right into your browsing experience. So you can summarize articles, compare information and data, or even book tickets and draft emails without even switching tabs. Perplexity has Comet, which takes a similar approach, but with its own unique twist. It understands your browsing context, manages your tabs, and gives you real-time summaries or insights as you surf the internet. So what's the bigger picture here? AI companies want to completely change how we use the internet. Today, browsing means opening multiple tabs, searching manually, and piecing things together yourself. Let's make that easier, is what Atlas and Comet are aiming to remove all of that friction. The AI doesn't just find links, it understands, analyzes, and acts on them for you. Like agents, that's what agentic AI is all about. And because OpenAI and Perplexity control the browser itself, they can deeply integrate memory, tools, and proactive features, things extensions could never fully do. Also, remember, when it comes to making ad money, well, that's something that OpenAI and ChatGPT have been working on for a long time, using ChatGPT search, understanding what your preferences are, and then selling items to you powered by AI. That's the next big game when it comes to ads and monetization, and that's what a lot of the traditional tech companies are worried about. In the end, this isn't just about a new browser, it's about a new kind of internet experience, one that moves from searching the web to actually doing things on it. Browsers are no longer just windows to content. They're becoming intelligent companions that understand what you want and help you get the job done. For OpenAI and Perplexity, building their own browsers isn't just innovation, it's about owning the next big interface of the new internet, where the line between browsing and AI assistance completely disappears. As always, we wanted to start Tech360 with a bang, and so we spoke of artificial intelligence, the biggest news from the AI world. We also want to end the show with a bang, so the second half of the show has a lot of AI and a lot of global tech, but surprise, no spoiler alerts, that's for the second half of the show. Another real passion project and a subject for tech enthusiasts is auto, because auto, let's accept it, has become technology, and technology has permeated across. That's the real differentiator. Let's take the first question in this Ask Aayush segment from the auto world. Vivek asks, is the Thar ROXX, so SUVs like the Thar, are they ideal for Indian roads? Now, this is an interesting one because while they are all tech-loaded now, the Mahindra Thar ROXX, the one we've been driving for a while now, is a strong SUV. It's formidable. For Indian roads, it's actually ideal given the state of our roads, especially if you often drive on highways or on rough terrains. It's rugged body-on-frame design, 5-door layout, that means ingress and egress is much easier. Let me show it to you right over here. You open the door, and unlike other cars, it opens at a full 90-degree angle. That means I could be 3 times my size and easily get in to the rear seat of the Thar and hop on right off. But the real fun is not in the rear seat, it's actually in the front seat. It's an adventure. Let's just call it an adventure driving a car like this, because nowadays brands have been calling anything and everything under the sun an SUV. Compact SUVs, sub 4 meters, those are largely just design or cosmetic plays. A true rugged SUV with 5 doors is the Thar ROXX, and it has been made in India. For the past few months, we've seen so many of them. Fantastic safety features as well. You're getting ADAS level 2 like you get across the Mahindra lineup, making it a very capable and reliable, adventurous companion. That said, here on Tech360, we believe in real talk, real reviews, no biased stuff over here. The truth is, it is a bit firm, actually quite firm, on city roads with potholes, and I must confess, in the spirit of all candor and honesty, I'm standing on a pothole while I do this link for you. Its large size can also make parking and maneuvering in tight spaces a bit challenging. But the fact that it's a really roomy cabin, it's got windows on all sides, and that panoramic sunroof makes you feel like you're one with the road. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Good because it's actually quite easy to maneuver once you get the hang of it, because you have visibility all over, aided with the 360-degree cameras. But then, more importantly, it's not such a good thing because you are one with the road. If the road is good, it's the best drive ever. If the road is not good, then, well, there's a little bit of adjusting to do. Family members might give you, well, an odd expression once in a while, but this is an experience. It's an adventure. Overall, I think the Thar ROXX is the most capable sort of SUV you get out there. There are other options, right? When you're talking about true blue SUVs, I think, but they are far more premium. They're not in the sub 30 lakh rupee range. You go into maybe the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, which is very similar, or even a Jeep Compass for that matter, smaller but very capable. You climb the premium ladder even more and you have the Defender by Land Rover, very capable car, but you're going to shell out more than 1 crore on that. And then you've seen the G-Wagon here on Tech360, that's over 3 crores. So those are very expensive cars, but again, they are ladder-on frame constructions, the Defender being a monocoque. Largely, those are the SUVs which are incredibly capable. Any weather, cold or warm, any sort of storm, these are cars that can get the job done. And I think the Thar ROXX has that road presence. If that's what you want that excitement, and if you really want the safety features and some level of comfort and luxury, then probably this Made in India SUV is your best bet for Indian roads. It's a cosmic orange sort of a day, but I am not doing another iPhone review. You can tune into my social media if you want more content with this phone. But we talk about cosmic orange, a distant cousin, in fact, part of the same company, is what this new Powerbeats Fit is all about. And Vansh asks a very relevant question about these orange earbuds, whether the Powerbeats Fit or the AirPods 3 make more sense. Well, Vansh, if you ask me, the Powerbeats Fit, that's a mouthful in itself, and the AirPods Pro 3, genuinely cousins, are priced around the same, despite both of them coming from the home of Apple. They cater to slightly different kind of users. The Powerbeats Fit are designed specifically for active users who want a secure fit and durability during workouts. They feature flexible wingtips that actually keep the earbuds stable even during intense movement, and they are sweat and water resistant with IPX4 rating. The battery life is also impressive, offering around 7 hours of playback on a single charge and up to 30 hours with the case, which is quite a cool one if you ask me. Colors and the design, incredibly cool. But interesting fact, while they do have active noise cancellation or ANC and transparency modes, the performance isn't as strong as what Apple offers in its own AirPods line. And you've seen my review of the AirPods Pro 3, but basically they focus more on delivering a premium audio and user experience. They have a more compact and comfortable design, higher IP57 dust and water resistance, and significantly improved active noise cancellation compared to earlier models. In fact, I think it's the best ANC on any earbud yet. But Apple's also added new features in its flagship AirPods line, like heart rate monitoring and live translation. So there's AI there, there's health there, there's strangely more fitness features and interesting features than their fitness line of Beats. Now, battery life is slightly better on the AirPods per charge, around 8 hours. That's an hour more with ANC, though the case offers a bit less total playtime compared to the Powerbeats Fit. If you ask me, the fact that they're priced the same, I think if you're someone who exercises regularly and wants a pair of earbuds that won't fall out of your ear, they can handle sweat, the Powerbeats Fit are the better option. But if you care more about premium sound quality, superior noise cancellation, and all-round comfort for everyday use and travel, then the AirPods Pro 3 are the better choice for the same price. It's interesting because I thought they would have priced these a little bit lesser than the AirPods, because that's the sort of trend we've been seeing with Beats products when it comes to them versus Apple products. Well, Vansh, that analysis that I just did for you is if you're comparing the two, apples and oranges, literally. But for now, this is your first look at the new Beats earbuds. Here on Tech360, we want to be at the forefront of all the innovation. If there's a top global conference happening, sign us up already, because we want to really get to the bottom of one, how well the conference was organized, what the F&B arrangements were. No, we want to understand the technology at these conferences. It could be in a small room like Showstoppers is in the global arena, but we want to showcase the best in tech. Now, when it comes to camera tech, there is an annual conference called Broadcast India. It was happening here in India, recently concluded in Mumbai at the Geo Convention Center, and a bunch of brands like Sony, Canon, Nikon, all of them got together to showcase their best devices. We wanted to understand that in a world of AI and where smartphones are getting incredibly smart, I mean, what you can do on these devices is unparalleled with their computational photography algorithms and whatnot. Are these camera companies and other OEMs feeling the heat? Do they also feel the pressure to innovate and bring AI into their devices? Well, Tech360's Ishan Singh caught up with everyone at Broadcast India and brings you the details.
We are here at Broadcast India Show 2025, where brands like Nikon, Sony, Canon, DJI and a lot more have a lot of great announcements to make for all of you. So let's get right into it and see what are the key announcements that these brands had to make.
First up, Nikon took the wraps off its brand new Nikon ZR, a mirrorless camera built with filmmakers in mind. It features advanced AI-powered autofocus, in-body image stabilization, and even supports 6K video recording. The ZR also introduces improved thermal management, making it ideal for long shoots. It's compact, powerful, and feels like Nikon's strongest step yet into the professional video space. What really makes the ZR special is that it's Nikon's first major launch after acquiring Red. And that influence is written all over the camera, from the video codec support to the color depth and dynamic range. Could the Nikon ZR, that is priced at Rs 1,86,999 for the body only, set the tone for a new era in Nikon's pro video lineup? Next, Canon showcased the EOS C50, the latest addition to the cinema EOS family. It brings 4K Super 35mm recording, dual-pixel CMOS autofocus and Canon Log 3, all packed into a compact modular design. You get that signature Canon cinematic look, but in a much smaller and more agile body. It's perfect for solo creators, documentary filmmakers, and production houses looking for a flexible, professional-grade setup. The Canon EOS C50 is priced at Rs 2,99,900 in India. BenQ's PD277OU monitor was another highlight. A 27-inch 4K Ultra HD display built for serious creatives. It delivers exceptional color accuracy with 100% sRGB and Rec 709 coverage, plus factory calibration right out of the box. The monitor also supports HDR, giving editors and designers a truly lifelike visual experience. Its clean design, ergonomic stand, and eye care technology make it a solid choice for long editing sessions. And finally, Asus made a strong statement with its creator-focused Pro Art lineup. The range included laptops, monitors, and desktop workstations, all tuned for professionals in media, design, and post-production. The Pro Art laptops stood out with powerful GPUs, mini LED displays, and advanced thermal systems built for heavy workloads.
Okay, let me break it down for you, because here on Tech360, it's not just theory. We believe in practice, genuinely showing you what it's like. 4 lakh rupee professional camera kit, shooting this one from one manufacturer, 60,000 rupee Android smartphone shooting this camera. Now you understand what I mean by how smartphones are getting so much better. This is not even a Samsung S25 Ultra or an iPhone. It's a third manufacturer shooting this level of output. Understanding all of this and breaking it down means that I need to get to those devices, put them on edit very quickly and see which one is better in terms of shooting this piece for you. For that, I also saw a coffee shop, so I'll get some coffee and see you on the other side of a commercial break. Two sitting prime ministers, including Prime Minister Modi, the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, two former prime ministers, the former Prime Minister of Australia, Tony Abbott, the former Prime Minister of the UK, Rishi Sunak. Why am I talking about them on Tech360? Well, welcome back to the show, first of all, but the reason I am talking about such top names from global politics and so much more is because a few days ago, I had the good fortune, actually the honor of hosting one of the most illustrious flagship events here at the NDTV network, the NDTV World Summit at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. And while some of the world's top leaders all gathered under one roof, we also had some of the top AI and tech experts from around the world who I got to host and interact with and engage with and ask a bunch of questions to as well. So here are some of the top highlights from the NDTV World Summit, Tech360 style.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी तालियों से स्वागत करें the Prime Minister of India, a statesman and a global voice for innovation, development and democracy, श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी.
BSNL ने अपना मेड इन इंडिया 4G स्टैक लॉन्च किया. आज हम गर्व से कह सकते हैं कि भारत दुनिया के उन टॉप 5 देशों में शामिल है जिनके पास अपने देश में तैयार 4G स्टैक है.
Every so often, these technologies come along which can transform how our entire society and economy operates, and AI is one of those.
Please join us in giving a huge welcome to none other than Neil Thompson.
AI's lack of capabilities is really what has protected us from a lot of the worst outcomes we might worry about. And we just have no guarantees that as we build these more capable systems, we're going to be able to control them. In practice, what's going to happen is we're going to have to sort of manage these things as we go, and what's going to determine that is the capability path. Is it going to be scale up to even bigger data centers, even bigger models? That's centralized, you can imagine sort of regulating a small number of people. Or is it going to be very decentralized? We're going to have it all over.
Join me in welcoming to the stage Professor Tarun Khanna.
There is no society that has transitioned from middle income status to high income status without extraordinary investment in science in recorded human history. Why would we be any different?
Put our hands together yet again, and remember, AI is listening for Mr. Nittin Mittal. But what I want to do is understand the million-dollar question or the billion-dollar question. Is AI taking our jobs away? Is it taking my job away today?
What could be impacted? If we perform our jobs, go home, and spend time on Instagram Reels, yeah, we'll get impacted at some point of time. Rather, if we perform our jobs, go home, have the curiosity, and learn vibe coding, or learn how to essentially use agents, or, for that matter, build agents, and become creators in the new economy, we are not going to get impacted.
When some of these machines that you saw on the stage actually become more competent at some of these intelligence things that he was talking about than humans themselves. Now, this is not a fear anymore. The reason I want to ask you this, Nittin, is AGI, ASI, if the right sort of controls, privacy, security, right, some of the biases are not eliminated, is it a worrisome future for all of us? Because things are moving at a lightning pace.
Well, even the steam engine was worrisome 250 years back because it was seen as taking away the value of a person, the job that they performed, the labor that they undertook. But it was mechanical. It was human labor. AI is no different, except that it is cognitive. It's not mechanical. We have a fear anytime there is something new, anytime we have to change, anytime we have to adapt, any time when the future could be uncertain. But if we embrace the uncertainty,
Okay.
if we design the future, not just basically fall into it through hapstance, and if we are thoughtful about what that new economy could be, fear changes into hope. And the constraints that we imagine become opportunities. And impact on jobs creates new sectors, new avenues, and new basically kind of vistas for all of us to undertake in the economic miracle that is yet to come.
A lot of my production team, it'll pique their interest and also worry them a little bit, given what Sora 2's come up with right now, given what Gemini is doing as well. But how do we ensure, as citizens of the world, that we can hold these tech platforms and companies to account, right? And ensure that they aren't using some of the publicly available data that we have sort of without our consent put out over there to generate these images, to generate these videos. I mean, there's no real laws out there. There's no real control. So how do we ensure that this structure, this is put in place?
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly kind of where governments can play a pivotal role, specifically as it relates to regulations, guidelines, and also kind of the norms that are established. The key is this. Do we need to progress on regulations for accountability? Yes.
Okay.
But the regulations should be balanced so that they don't throttle accelerated innovation.
I wanted to understand some of these top corporations that have gone all in on AI with a sense of urgency, with a sense of alacrity, have they benefited?
Does everyone have that same sense of urgency? Not really. But is there actually more awareness to actually be thoughtful, awareness to act, awareness to figure out how and where to proceed? Absolutely yes. What they're talking about is how to make it relevant, how to get the necessary return. How could it actually not only help from an efficiency and a productivity perspective, but from growth opportunities that actually exist, and where could we actually accelerate innovation? Those conversations are happening. Conversations result in action. Action will result in progress. And progress will help societies, enterprises, and countries finally kind of crack the code and open up all kinds of new sectors and new economic opportunities in the new age of AI.
Never a dull day here at NDTV. Honestly, so much action on all fronts, especially here on Tech360. The icing on the cake this week was the NDTV World Summit. What a magnificent event and an absolute joy and honor that I got to be there. Now, have you enjoyed the show? Do let us know on our social media handles. If you want to watch this on TV with your family, well, this is safe for family viewing and entertaining as well. But of course, we're available on ndtv.com in the technology section. We're also available across social media on NDTV. And most importantly, the award-winning, absolutely state-of-the-art NDTV app is also one of our homes to Tech360. So you can catch all our content across all of our platforms. I'm your host, Aayush Ailawadi, saying until next week, adios.